Hi guys, Tiffany here from Uncensored Dolls. Today I'm going to do a review of this Souldoll MSD body. This is one that I've gotten with the Ahale Centaur. So she's got the Ahale human head. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that properly. Unfortunately, there's no guide to how to pronounce these crazy names that they give the dolls, but there she is. This one's in normal skin. She's got tattooing. You can get a full spectrum there shot of her. So basically, like I said, I bought her as a set. She came with the face up. She did have eyelashes, but I did remove them because I did get a little bit bored of them. But, okay, my camera's not focusing, but whatevs. There we go. That's better. And so she was brand new when I bought her, which is nice because it's nice to do a review on something that you have brand new because you don't know if there could be like some wear and tear and stuff on the elastics and all that other jazz. But anyways, on to the review. I really did like the face up, and I do like the face up from the company. So basically, you know what you're going to get. I hate the tack that they send them with. The tack is impossible to get off. Impossible. Okay? So I don't know if you can ask for the eyes to be placed out, use your own tack, put them in. The eye sockets were perfect. Unfortunately, it was a little difficult for me to work with an MSD size head because I'm used to using an SD size head. So I have more space to work with. But for this purpose, I really liked it. I also really liked the fact that they have this kind of this little chip goes into the head. And there's one elastic, not elastic. There's one magnet instead of two. That was pretty, that was new. That was a new thing for me because I'm used to my other one, my Souldoll Yena, and she has two magnets, whereas she only has one. And also obviously my Dolphy Dreams are just the head caps that push in. So that was new to me. In terms of mobility, I'm going to rate this doll actually only I'm going to say 5 because her arm mobility is pretty good. Not the best. I know 5 out of 10 is kind of a weak shot and a low blow to Souldoll. Which is unfortunate because I really do love their heads. And I love the way that they make their dolls look like their face ups are amazing. But let's be honest here. When we order a doll, we're not just paying for how it looks, right? We're paying for what we want to do with it. So in terms of beauty, yes, this doll is amazing. It looks beautiful. In terms of mobility, 5 out of 10 is where I'm rating a Souldoll because I really hated the fact that, for one, I could barely get her hand to stay at her face. Like, it reaches her face, which is awesome, but to get it to stay there, it doesn't. It just falls back down. Which might have something to do with the elastics. They do have little notches in here, like in order to hold the arm, which kind of is irritating because you shouldn't have to use a notch. You should be able to build the doll to pretty much hold itself, which is, like I said, a bit discouraging. For a company where you pay this much for a doll, you should have all these things like in working order. So I do get her to touch her face the odd time, but it's not the greatest. It doesn't stay in the pose that I like, and that was a bit frustrating. So arm mobility, not the greatest. Better than the legs. The knees were pretty good. It was the feet I did hate. They turn all the way around, but a lot of the joints show when you turn it. Or it doesn't turn at all sometimes. Flipping up and down is limited as well. Not too much in terms of that. I do like that there is one thing that I did like about the legs, and it's that when you sit her down, they kind of lock into her bum. So she can sit pretty easily. And that was awesome. That's something that they have on other dolls. But again, when you're paying this much for a doll, you kind of want it to be pretty mobile and pretty beautiful, right? But in terms of Souldoll, I'd say that she's more beautiful than pretty. So I'm going to do what I figure is the range of motion. You can do her arm 360. You can bend her elbow. Her elbow has locks and not really double jointed. Yeah, I guess it is double jointed. I'm not sure if you'd consider that double jointed. She kind of has the elbow joint like that. I might have, and then she can reach her face, limited, like I said, depending on the position you get into. Sometimes you get like the flinging outward and it doesn't stay exactly how you want it. That could be me. Remember, I am kind of a new-ish doll owner. Her wrist turns, but I find that it's somewhat limited again. She does have very beautiful hands, and even the body blushing included. Let me see if I can get. She got some very beautiful hand makeup, if you can catch a glimpse of it there. And her nails are like a French manicure. I really like that because these details do count, like the beautiful details. She does have a torso joint, but I find that it's kind of a waste because it doesn't really do too much. Like you can tilt her left and right. Whether I'd want to do that or not is a whole other story, because she does have the body blushing on, and you know, then you get into that whole thing. Her bust does go back a little bit, and I think you can go forward a little bit, but not too much front and back. It's mostly the side to side that seems to work the greatest for this body. And you have to be careful because actually it will scratch her her part of her chest too. I just noticed it might just be the see right here. It might just be where they've sprayed for the tattoos, the MSC. But anyways, so then her legs, they kind of go out like this, but they don't really. Well, actually, it feels like they are holding like that. They must have another little joint in there. So they kind of go out this way, but they don't. They hold there. And then they go forward pretty good. Remember, like I said, they lock in on that butt part. And you can go back about this far without it looking too weird, like this. See? I don't know. She's alright, I guess. There we go. So that's the leg, and then the foot, like I said, without showing it, you can't really go too far, can't really turn too much. But again, the knee joint here is pretty good. You can actually fold it completely back. You could probably actually sit her down like this, which is, I guess, another positive side to Souldoll, because a lot of dolls can't get into this position too well without looking ridiculous. So there, she can get into this position if that's something you enjoy. Actually, that's the first time I put her in that position. I just kind of thought of it just now. So she's pretty good. So mobility, actually I'm going to change that. I say about a 6.5 out of 10. Beauty, I would say she's probably on the higher end, a 9 or an 8. Depending on what you like. Of course, that's all limited to style. And I love the stylization. It's kind of like a blank, neutral kind of face up. The eyes I have in her, or did not come with her, the eyes that came with her were like a light blue, and they were so pretty. Actually, I can show them to you. I have them right out. So they were like a light blue, and the Centaur version came with something else. But these were the Centaur eyes. They were like a light pink. And then the human eyes were like these light blue. And they look fantastic in her. I'm actually probably going to put them back in soon because I miss them. But that's my little review on the Souldoll MSD body. I think she's the NL. I'm gonna have to double check on that. I'll put it in the comments. I mean in the description, so that you guys can know exactly what body she is. But I do like her, and but unfortunately I am selling her because she doesn't live up to what I expect of a doll. I'm not beating up Souldoll here, sorry. But she, you know, I'm used to Dolphy Dreams, and they can do quite a bit, and they are so easy to play with because of their light body weight. And I mean, in terms of mobility, they're pretty fantastic too. Like, you can move the feet all around and the hands all around, and it's just fantastic. You could switch out the hands so easily. So keep in mind, I am a little bit biased towards vinyl dolls instead of resin dolls when you watch this video, because yeah, I don't want you thinking that I'm beating up Souldoll, but that's how I feel about it compared to my saddle Yena, which also isn't that mobile, but is better than how I feel the Souldoll is. Alright, so hope you guys like this review. Love ya. See you next time. Bye.